Hello, my dear friends. Good morning to you all, and welcome back to the 9th standard English medium social classes. Dear student, in the previous class, we had discussed about the beauty and greatness of Karnataka state, the geographical locations, the size of Karnataka, and various divisions of Karnataka. These were the things discussed in the last class. Dear student, now we are going to discuss with a new concept, that is political science concept. In this class, we are going to learn the second chapter, that is the Union Government. That is the Union Government, the second chapter in Political Science division of 9th standard social classes. Dear student, in this class, we are going to deal with some of the important learning aspects, which are the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha, the construction and the creation of Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha, and their structure, membership, qualifications, and finally functions of Parliament as well as Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Along with that, we will also learn some important aspects in this lesson, like the election process of a president, who we call as the first citizen of India, qualifications of the president, and the Prime Minister and his function, and the Union Executive and its function. So these are the things which we are going to learn in this class. But student, Union Government. See, what is called Union Government? Union Government is nothing but the governing system which a country is having, and the entire country is having the administrative system throughout the country, that is called Union Government. So how this Union Government consisted? The central government is also called as the Union Government. It has been given more powers in view of the unity and security of the entire country during the emergencies. Dear student, during the emergency time, the union or the central government takes a very important decisions only in the time of emergency, but and also it always carries the unity and security of the whole nation. It exercises the power. It exercises the powers through the legislature, executive, and judiciary. My dear students, you may, if anyone asks you the question, what are the organs of the government? So you should answer like this: the organs of the government are none other than legislature, executive, and judiciary. So these are the three prime organs which carry the government policy to the public. So let us glance once again what are the legislature. legislature, what we call for the legislature, how the legislature is being defined. A legislature is nothing but the creation of a law, or the house which creates or which forms laws and policies to the government or to the state or center. So this house is called as the, or this organ is called as the legislature. Then let us see what is the role of executive. The main role of the executive is nothing but to carry the rules and regulation and to execute the policies and the rules and regulations which are made by the legislature. I hope that you got the point. Dear student, the role of executive is to execute or to come into exist. Got it? To execute the policies which are made by legislature through the officials or officers. So this is the rule of executive. And then the remaining one, the remaining organ is, yes, judiciary. See, what is the role of judiciary? How it can be defined? Judiciary is nothing but to protect laws, to protect the laws which are made by the legislature. So in this way, all these organs work through the government. Got it? Yes, it exercises, the central government exercises these powers through the executive, legislature and judicial system. My dear student, in the previous class we came to know, or in our 8th standard, we discussed many aspects about the government. Got it? See, there will be constitution according to the rule and regulations. The government, according to the rule and regulations of the constitution, the government execute their policies. Either they are in the central government or in the state government. Central government, it executes its rules and regulations throughout the nation, whereas the state government, it exercises its rules and regulations in the state through legislature, executive and judiciary. So this is actually the system what we have. Got it? Now let us discuss more detail about the union government. My dear student, I will write a sketch on the board. Look at here. The union government, how it is structured or how it is formed. Union government. The union government exercises or executes through three organs. As I told, first thing is legislature. What is that? Legislature. Legislature. This is one of the organs of the government. And the second organ is, what is the second organ? Yes, executive. What is that? Executive. Executive. This is the third. The second organ, and the third organ is judiciary. What is that? The third organ is judiciary. In these three organs, government executes the rules and policies and tries to reach to the mass or public. Got it? So these are also called as the organs of the government. My dear students, here the union legislature. Let us see the first point of the union legislature. See, what is the main intention of a union legislature? Dear student, you must observe very carefully, and everything is given in your text. The main rule of union legislature. First point, the union legislature, India has adopted the parliamentary system of government, and the union legislature is called the parliament. How the union legislature is called? Yes, like parliament. Union legislature is called as the parliament. Parliament. This is the union legislature. See, according to the Article 79, the Constitution provides for the creation of a parliament. According to the Article 49. Article 49, our Constitution has provided to creation of the parliament. Dear students, where our parliament is situated? Yes, in New Delhi. Our parliament is situated in New Delhi. Got it? Yes. But students, parliament. See, as I told now, the parliament, the building of a parliament, or the structure of a parliament, or the infrastructure of parliament is situated in New Delhi. Now let us see what are the houses constituted in the parliament. Let us see the parliament. The parliament. My dear students, see, as I told earlier, the union legislature is also called as the parliament. Got it? Through this parliament, the central government executes its rules and policies and works toward the country. So then, who are there in the parliament? Isn't it? We must know that who are there in the parliament. See, parliament is consisting of two houses. How many houses are there? Two houses. Let us see which are those. Parliament is consisting of two houses. First one is Rajya. Yes, Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Next one is Loka. Yes. The parliament is consisting of two houses. This is also called as the union legislature. Got it? I told you earlier. Union legislature. Got it? Our parliament is consisting of two houses, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. These two houses are also called as other two names. Like, see, Rajya Sabha, if Rajya Sabha is called, Rajya Sabha is called as upper house in the parliament. How it is called? Upper house in the parliament, whereas Lok Sabha is called as the lower house. Lower house in the parliament. Got it? And this Rajya Sabha is also called Rajya Sabha is also called with another name, that is Elders House. That is Elder House, and also the permanent house in the parliament. Rajya Sabha is also having the name permanent house, whereas the Lok Sabha is called as the temporary house. Here, the upper house is also called as the Rajya Sabha, and lower house is also called as the Lok Sabha. See here, the formation of Rajya Sabha. Let us see the first thing. The first house is the formation or the construction of Rajya Sabha. The first thing, Rajya Sabha. My dear pupil, the number of See how many number are there in Rajya Sabha, or how many members are there in Rajya Sabha. So these are the important aspects that we are going to discuss. The number of seats in the Rajya Sabha is how many? Yes, total 250 members. How many? 250 members. The total number. The total number of Rajya Sabha is 250 members, and among them 238. How many? 238 members are elected by 238 members are elected by the state assemblies and union territories. 238 members are elected by all the states assemblies and union territories. The remaining 12 members, this is very important, dear students. The remaining 12 members who are very experts in various fields like literature, art, science and technology, social work and sports. See, listen once again. These 12 members are who are very experts in various fields like education field or literature field or art field or social work field or sports field, who are very expert in all these various fields, are nominated by the President of the country. These are the 12 members nominated. Listen. Nominated by the President. By the President of our country. See, dear students, 238 members are elected by all the state assemblies and union territories, but whereas the remaining 12 members are nominated by the President, who are very experts in literature, art, science and technology, social work and sports. Got it? So this is actually the structure or construction of or formation of Rajya Sabha. See, total how many? 250 members. As we discussed, the total number of Rajya Sabha is 250 in number. Among them, 238 are elected by the state assemblies and union territories, whereas 12 members are nominated by the President, who are very experts in the various fields like art, literature, social work, science, technology and sports. See, this house is also called as the elders' house. This house is also called as the elders' house. And then the term of office of Rajya Sabha. How many years? The term of office of Rajya Sabha. My dear student, the term of office of Rajya Sabha is only how many years? Yes, 6 years. Let us see. The Rajya Sabha is a permanent body. It is permanent body and it is not dissolved like Lok Sabha. My dear pupil, Lok Sabha, which is also called as the lower house in parliament, can be dissolved, whereas Rajya Sabha, which is also called as the upper house or elder house, cannot be dissolved like Lok Sabha. The term of office of members is 6 years. How many years? 6 years. Yes. The term of office of Rajya Sabha is 6 years. Got it? And 1/3 of its member retire on a completion of a 6 years term for every 2 years or every second year. Got it? Listen. 1/3 of its member will retire after completion of their 6 year term. Got it? 6-year term for every 2 years. In the place, in the empty place, new members are elected. New members are elected within 6 months. If the members do not wish to continue in their membership, they may give resignation. They may give resignation to the speaker. Got it? So that this is about the term of Rajya Sabha. And now the qualifications. What are the qualifications required to be a member of Rajya Sabha? Very important aspects, my dear students. Qualifications. So what qualifications must be needed to be a member of Rajya Sabha? Got it? That is qualification. So first thing is, the man who is going to contest in the election of Rajya Sabha must be a citizen of India. He must be a citizen of India, and he should not be and must not be from any other country. Got it? He should be citizen of India. That will be the first qualification of Rajya Sabha member. Then should not be less than 30 years. Should not be less than 30 years of age. So that he should have completed 30 years of age. Then should not have been punished under any law. This member or the candidate should not be punished under any law. Then the fourth one is should not have been declared. He should not have been declared to be a person of unsound. My dear students, he must have the candidate must have strong mind power, and he should not have considered or declared as unsound mind by any court of law. Should possesses the qualifications required from time to time by the Parliament. He must have possessed the qualifications required or specified from time to time by the Parliament. So these are the qualifications of Rajya Sabha. These are the qualifications of Rajya Sabha. And the Vice President. The Vice President is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. My dear pupil, listen carefully. The Vice President of our country will always be the Speaker or the Chairman of the Rajya Sabha. The Deputy Chairman is chosen or elected from among the members of the House. At least how the House runs. Let us say at least 10% of the member, at least 10% of the member, around 25 members, at least 25 member should be presented during the session of Rajya Sabha. What it is? At least 10% of the total members of Rajya Sabha. That means 25 members, at least minimum 25 members should be presented in the procession or in the session of Rajya Sabha. Then the House should meet at least twice in a year. The House should meet at least twice in a year or once in every 6 months. The House should meet once in every 6 months or twice in a year, 2 times in a year. So this is about the complete picture of what is that? Rajya Sabha. My dear student, I hope that you understood very well about the construction, the formation of Rajya Sabha and membership of Rajya Sabha and qualifications, functions of Rajya Sabha. What it is? I hope that you understood very well. and take down the homework. The first question is, what are the two houses of parliament? The first question, what are the two houses of the parliament? The second question, what are the qualifications? What are the qualifications required to be a member of Rajya Sabha? To be a member of Rajya Sabha. The third question is write the formation of Rajya Sabha. Write the formation of Rajya Sabha. So these are the questions as your homework, and I hope that you understood very well and you should write the answers for all these questions. Thank you. The remaining things will be discussed in the next class. That is the construction of Lok Sabha, which is also called as the lower house in the parliament. Until then, read well and take care. Bye.